We giving all praises to Barakatha Yahweh, Barakatha Yahweh Shah. All you punk bitches, shut the fuck up. And all you bougie bitches, eat these nuts up. You stinking ass bitch, funky ass hoe. As soon as you walked past me, I had to hold my nose. Isaiah 3:24. As it shall come to pass that instead of sweet smell, there shall be stink. And instead of gird, a rent. And instead of well-set hair, baldness. In the NIV, instead of a fragrance, there shall be stench. Definition of stench, a strong and very unpleasant smell. Instead of a slash, a rope. Instead of a well-dressed hair, baldness. So you have a strong and very unpleasant smell, and you stink with a stench with baldness. You women out here having baby kids. One woman stopped me and said, nah, them Ray kids. Y'all having monsters and demons washed through with semen. That dope got you fiending. That alcohol got you scheming. This lady said, I need a light for my cigarette. I need a spark. She said, what you think about this big ol' ass? I replied, I hope you don't fart. Isaiah 3:12. As for my people, children are their oppressors, and women rule over them. O my people, they which lead thee cause thee to error, and destroy the way of thy path. Like a chihuahua little mutt, you just a noisy little slut. You think you G.I. Jane, ho, till somebody fuck you up. Like Tyson in his years, I'm gonna bite you in your ears until you shut the fuck up and listen here. Yahweh Shah you try to smear, but I'm campaigning over here. In the trenches while you make up, I'm trying to fish Jacob out of here. He's stuck between your legs like a bird in a cage, trying to support your ass on minimum wage. He used to be strong like Tookie until he tasted your cookie. Now he weak like Samson, chasing after Delilah. But you ain't worth spittle, meaning saliva. Sirach 26:22. A harlot shall be counted as spittle. Sirach 26:25. A shameless woman shall be counted as a dog. Give to the godly man, not to the sinner. Tell that punk bitch over there, eat this dick up for dinner. You Dairy Queen ass niggas, 32 flavors with a flavor pack, brighter than some crayons, happy joy ass nigga. Yes. Let me run that back. You old Dairy Queen ass niggas, 32 flavors with a flavor pack, brighter than some crayons, happy joy ass niggas, follow the rainbow ass niggas, sweetest Laffy Taffy Fabo ass niggas, more colors in your hair than a paintbrush, eyeballing penises but don't say much, waving your wrist like it's broke, practicing putting cucumbers down your throat, nicknamed Spicy, Hot, and Brown Sugar. Old pin the tail on the donkey ass nigga. His booty smell like booty juice. Old funky ass nigga. Tinkle bell, hop. Skip like a ballerina down the block. Romans 1:26, the NIV. Because of this, Yahweh gave them over to shameful lust. Even their women exchanged natural relationships for unnatural ones. In the same way, the man also abandoned natural relationships with women and said, let me run that back one more time. Because of this, Yahweh gave them over to shameful lust. Even their women exchanged natural relationships for unnatural ones. In the same way, the men also abandoned natural relationships with women and were inflamed with lust for one another, man committing indecent acts with other men, and received in themselves the due penalty for their perversion. Furthermore, since they did not think it worthwhile to retain the knowledge of Yahweh, he gave them over to a depraved mind to do what not to be done. Grimly I approach on the 2/3 that's doing the most. Smoking cigarettes and drinking beer. You're doing too much. Now listen here. Sticking needles up in your arm. Smoking that meth. Have you learned yet? But you say, if there's a cure for this, I don't want it. I'd rather stay blunted. Verse 29. They have become filled. Let me run that back. Verse 29. They have become filled with every kind of wickedness, evil, greed, and depravity. They are full of envy, murder, strife, deceit, and malice. They are gossip, slanders, Yahweh haters. First Corinthians 2:16. First Corinthians 2:16. For who has known the mind of Yahweh, that he may instruct him? But we have the mind of Yahweh Shah. So we had the mind of a Mashiach. Let me run that back one more time. For who has known the mind of Yahweh, that he may instruct him? You know, so nobody can instruct the Lord. But we have the mind of a Mashiach. Job 15:8. Hast thou heard the secrets of Yahweh? And dost thou retain wisdom to thyself? So have you heard the secrets of the Lord? Nope. Romans 11:33. Oh, the depths of the riches both of wisdom and knowledge of Yahweh. How unsearchable are his judgments and his ways past finding out. For who has known the mind of Yahweh, or who has been his counselor? You know, so nobody, So nobody knows the mind of the Lord and what he got going and what he is finna happen. He gave his what we call that, his apostles and the precepts what I'm trying to, that word I'm trying to look for. Word. It'll come back to me. So we got Romans. Let's get to Isaiah 55. The prophecies. He gave us the prophecies of what's going down. Prophesied the prophecies of what's going down. Isaiah 55:8. It's another word that I'm looking for. It'll come back to me. Isaiah 55:8. For my thoughts are not your thoughts, neither are my ways, says Yahweh. For as the heavens are higher than the earth, so are my ways higher than your ways, and my thoughts than your thoughts. So nobody knows the thoughts of the Lord. We have a few things that the Mashiach, Yahweh Shai, told us, but nobody knows the mind of the Lord. John 15. John 15:15. Hereforth I call you not servants, for the servants know not what the Lord does it, but I have called you friend. For all things that I have heard of my Father, I have made known unto you. So Yahweh Shai have made known to the prophets that prophesizing what's known, but nobody knows the mind of the Lord. It's too deep. Acts. Your mind will break trying to think about what the Lord. Acts 1:6. When they therefore were come together, they asked of him, saying, Lord, wilt thou at this time restore again the kingdom of Israel? And he said unto them, it is not for you to know the time or the season which the Father has put in his own power. So not even Yahweh Shai knows when the Lord, gonna come give him the go ahead, to get back and take revenge on these dirty bastards that did him wrong. Matthew 24. Matthew 24:36. But of that day and hour knoweth no man, no, not the angels of heaven, but my Father only. So the angels don't know, nobody knows. Nobody knows the mind of Yahweh. Isaiah 45:3. The prophecies. Prophesied the prophecies that's coming to hand. That's what it is. Isaiah 45:3. And I will give thee the treasures of darkness and hidden riches of secret places, that thou mayest know it, that I, Yahweh, which called thee by thy name, and Yahweh of Israel. So the Lord, he gave us, the darkness, the hidden riches and secret places. He gave us a little taste of what's to come for us, But nobody knows what the Lord has in plan for us. Eyes have not seen, ears have not heard. 1 Corinthians. First Corinthians 3:16. Know ye not that ye are the temple of Yahweh, and that the Spirit of Yahweh dwells in you? So the Spirit dwells in us. And that's how we're connected with Yahweh Shai, that Spirit. If any man defiles the temple of Yahweh, him shall Yahweh destroy, for the temple of Yahweh is holy, which temple ye are. Let no man deceive himself. If any man among you seem to be wise in this world, let him become a fool, that he may be wise. For the wisdom of this world is foolishness with Yahweh. For it is written, he taken the wise in their own craftiness. So you think you smart and sharp and got the wisdom of the world, but it's all about putting your spiritual lenses on. Having your spiritual lenses on for you can see. And that's mean you led by the Spirit. You ain't in the flesh. We live in the flesh, but we're not being led by the flesh. We're being led by the Spirit. But it's a daily fight. Matthew 13:11. He answered and said unto them, because it is given unto you to know the mysteries of the kingdom of heaven, but to them it is not given. So the Lord has given certain men on this earth wisdom and knowledge and the mysteries of what's going on. 12. For whosoever has to him shit. No, that's not it. 1 Corinthians 2. So the Lord, he's given us, a little something, a few mysteries, but nobody knows the mind of the Lord. 1 Corinthians 2:7. But he has given us our spiritual lenses where we can see through this gross and darkness world. 7-11. But we speak the wisdom of Yahweh in a mystery, even the hidden wisdom which Yahweh ordained before the world unto our glory, which none of the princes of this world knew. For had they known it, they would not have crucified the Lord of glory. But as it is written, eyes has not seen, nor ears heard, neither have entered into the heart of man the things which Yahweh has prepared for them that love him. For Yahweh has revealed them unto us by his Spirit. For the Spirit searches all things, yet the deep things of Yahweh. For what man knoweth the things of a man, save the spirit of man which is in him. Even so, the things of Yahweh know no man, but the spirit of Yahweh. So our spiritual lenses, that spirit in us helps guide us. He speaks through other people sometimes. We got our spiritual lenses on all the time. So we being careful, we're watching. Something deep inside you that guides you, through the spirit. It helps you, tell you to go left, go right, continue straight, go this way. Ephesians 3. If ye have heard of the dispensation of grace of Yahweh, which is given me to you wards, how that by revelation he made known unto me the mysteries, as I wrote afore in a few words. Wherefore, when ye read, ye may understand by knowledge in the mystery of a Mashiach, which in other ages was not made known unto the Son of Man, as it is known, and is now revealed unto his holy apostles and prophets by the Spirit. Yes. So the Spirit guides us, If you living in that flesh, though, it can't guide you. Romans. Romans 8:4. That the righteousness of the law may be fulfilled in us, who walk not after the flesh, but after the Spirit. For they that are after the flesh do mind the things of the flesh, but they that are after the Spirit, the things of the Spirit. For to be carnal minded is death, but to be spiritual minded is life and peace. Because the carnal mind is enemies against Yahweh, for it is not subject to the law of Yahweh, neither indeed can be. So then they are in the flesh cannot please Yahweh. So those that's in the flesh cannot please the Lord. So you got to be guided by the Spirit. Mark 4:10. Mark 4:10. And when he was alone, they that were about him with the 12 asked of him the parables, and he said unto them, unto you it is given to know the mysteries of the kingdom of the heaven, but unto them that are without, all things are done in parables, that seeing they may see and not perceive, and hearing they may hear and not understand, lest at any time they should be converted and their sins should be forgiven them. So the Lord then put a stumbling block on them, to make sure they don't see. He got some vessels fitted for destruction. Galatians 6:7. Galatians 6 and 7, 7 through 10. Be not deceived, Yahweh is not mocked, for whosoever, let me run that back. Be not deceived, Yahweh is not mocked, for whatsoever a man soweth, that shall he also reap. For he that soweth to his flesh shall of the flesh reap corruption, but he that soweth to the Spirit shall of the Spirit reap life everlasting. And let us not be weary in well-doing, for in due season we shall reap if we not faint. As we have therefore opportunity, let us do good unto all men, especially unto them who are of the household of faith. Yes, yes, yes. So the point was, for he that soweth to the flesh shall of the flesh reap corruption, but he that soweth to the Spirit shall of the Spirit reap life everlasting, So that's why you gotta sow to the Spirit, You gotta have your spiritual lenses on at all time, Don't look at it carnally, Sometimes the Spirit will tell you to move, in a certain way, catch the bus or drive this way, and take a walk this way, and before you know it, something is being revealed to you. That's why you gotta have your spiritual lenses on at all time and pay attention to what people say, because the Lord can speak through people to you all the time. Always have your, a good ear. Give good ear to people. Don't just ignore people, listen to them. Galatians 5 and 16. This I say then, walk in the Spirit, and ye shall not fulfill the lust of the flesh. For the flesh lusted against the Spirit, and the Spirit against the flesh, and these are contrary the one to the other, so that ye cannot do the things that ye would, So that's why you gotta stay paying attention, Hebrews 10 and 7. Then say, I know, I come in the volume of the book. It is written of me to do thy will, O Yahweh. So, Yahweh Shai, this whole book is about Yahweh Shai, about him being our Savior, going through so much. Hey, now how you doing? Romans 11 and 7. What then? Israel has obtained that which he seeketh for, but the election has obtained it. Let me run that back. What then? Israel has not obtained that which he seeketh for, but the election has obtained it, and the rest were blinded. So the chosen elect, they gonna gravitate to this word. They gonna get it. But the rest was blinded. It ain't meant for you to get it. Romans 16. Romans 16 and 25. Now to him that is of power to establish you according to my gospel and the preaching of Yahweh Shah according to the revelation of the mysteries which was kept secret since the world began, but now is made manifest, and by the scriptures of the prophets, according to the commandments of the everlasting Yahweh, made known to all nations for the obedience of faith. So these mysteries are made known now, you know. That's why you see the teachers, the preachers, the prophets, the ministers out here giving the word. First Corinthians 15. First Corinthians 15 and 50. Now this I say, brethren, that flesh and blood cannot inherit the kingdom of Yahweh, neither does corruption inherit incorruption. Behold, I show you a mystery. We shall not all sleep, but we shall all be changed. So that's a mystery that the man of the Lord known, you know, that in a moment, in a twinkle of an eye, at the last trumpet, for the trumpet shall sound, and the dead shall be raised incorruptible, and we shall be changed, you know. So you got to have your spiritual lenses on to know about that. So Jacob, wake up and get your blessing. And with that, I'm going to say Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shah. Shalom.